Today's video is going to be some gameplay, but not just gameplay. It's also going to be um, discussing a certain thing that I just saw in my comments. I'm going to address that right now.
I'm not sure I understand.
Oh, shut up, Siri. I didn't ask you for something. Because it's really starting to annoy me when people don't stop and actually look at a build. They just see one thing and automatically assume something else. Now, I'm not trying to be rude here, but we gotta start understanding how builds work. Because, I don't know, people don't seem to get that sometimes. So, let me just set the stream up real quick, and then we'll get to that problem.
Entering safe area.
Okay. So, almost ready here. Alright, let me just... get a thing here real quick and do this. Just one more thing I gotta do here real quick, just to get this going. Whoops. Alright, we should be good to go now. Alright. So, I'm going to, I think I might already have it on. No, I don't. Okay. Well, I'm going to just, ouch. I'm still building this build, so it doesn't matter, but I'm going to save it for now. Whoops, stop it. Alright, so I'm going to see if I have the pieces on me right now. Alright, so. Star, I think I put it away. Okay, so normally what I do when I run this is I usually go hardwired, 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 and they're all run, and all four of the pieces that I run in this category are all skill damage. Like they got maximum skill damage on them. Here, I don't know if I have it on me. I run, if I have it on me, I run glass cannon with skill damage on it as well. With it also has status effects on it as well. It's untouched. It's not maxed out, unfortunately, but it's 1.7 is not really going to do much more damage anyways. But anyways, it's going to be like very minor, like maybe 10 grand more, if that. So normally when I run that, because I'm running glass cannon, normally what I do is I run the big shield, and I run the Liberty to keep the shield healed, because I'm running glass cannon, right? So, and normally what I do is I run my seekers, either it be my multi or my single, depending on what I'm doing. I put a piece of wyvern here so I get double skill damage there, because there's no point in me running a waveform here if I'm running a shield. It just doesn't make sense. It's stupid. Anybody that runs the waveform with a shield is, I'm sorry, but they're not really smart. So if you're going to run a shield, you want to run a wyvern piece here, because you don't need the waveform. It's just a waste of time, because when it rotates to this skill right here, which would be your shield, it's not going to do anything for you. So there's no point. Anyways, so somebody just commented on my video. I brought it out a little while ago, saying that if I went demolitionist, I would do more damage. Well, I've tested that theory in the past. That's why I got to this conclusion. And actually, if I take the China light piece with glass cannon, and I try to stack it with demolitionist, it actually gives me diminishing returns, big time diminishing returns. I know that sounds weird, but it does. So when I go off technician, I lose 10% skill damage, and that 10% skill damage equates to about 2 or 3 million damage. And I know that sounds funny, but it's true. I've tested this thoroughly, like really, really well. So I obviously responded with a comment saying there's no other way to get damage out of this. You could try to do it this way, but then you're losing your speed, right? And then what's the point? The point of hardwired is to be fast and just get things out quick. That's the point of it. You take the backpack away, and I know this is a really good backpack anyways, but I still wouldn't sacrifice it, and it would still, I've tried it that way too, and it still doesn't do as much damage. And that's this one right here. That's the Memento backpack. Like, it still doesn't help. I've tried it all kinds of different ways. It does not get any better than the way I run it. I don't care who says what or who thinks they know everything. Guess what? I'm calling bullshit on that one. Because I've tested it. There's no more testing I can really do on it. But it just makes me laugh when I see, when my phone goes, doot doot, and I look down and it's a comment on that video. And I go, okay, I'll read it. Okay. Then I respond and say, yeah, nope, that doesn't work. That does not make it do more damage, sorry. Drives me nuts. Drives me effing nuts. So what I'm going to say might sound a little harsh, but I don't really care. Know your build before you talk. Know what it can do before you talk, sorry. Don't just assume that, hey, let's run Demolitionist and it'll be better. Let's actually know that that actually will be a fact before we talk. Because, I'm sorry, I mean, again, this might sound harsh, but it makes you look stupid when you get proven wrong right away. So, anyways, now that that's off my hair here, I can go do this. I need to get that piece I'm after. Oh, I gotta start a party again because I don't want to hear anybody. I don't want to hear anybody. Other than that, it's all good. But when it comes to hardwired, I don't care if God made a hardwired build. There is no stronger way to run it than the way I have it.
Another agent has joined your group. Another agent is now in your group.
Because nobody's playing this morning. The countdown. I just want to get it done. I want to get the rolls I want, that's all. Okay, there's some more.
Another agent has joined your group.
There's two more.
An agent is no longer in your group. Another agent is now in your group.
I don't like waiting, so I keep doing this. It draws people in quick. Bang, there we go, we're full.
Another agent has joined your group.
hopefully it doesn't do what it did to me the other day, where we killed 2 hunters right off the bat, and they didn't drop the stuff I was actually targeting at all. Actually, no, it was 3 hunters. 3 hunters that didn't drop what I was targeting, which was True Patriot. There should have been at least one of those hunters should have dropped True Patriot and didn't. 3 of them killed and nothing. Just yellow pieces.
Rikers have taken the power plant. Not sure what they're trying to do with the nuclear reactor, but they've triggered the safety protocols. The plant is going into lockdown. We need to restrict access and secure the nuclear waste.
Reactor unstable. Emergency lockdown protocols activated. 15 minutes lockdown. Communication relay offline.
High levels of radiation detected. Commence operational lockdown procedures.
Tech detected.
Okay.
Rogue striker drone detected. Rogue sniper turret detected. Rogue incinerator turret detected. Rogue assault turret detected.
Oh, fuck. The fuck is this? Alright, I'm gonna have to back off for a minute. Who's shooting me with a shotgun?
Rogue sniper turret detected. Area secure. Rogue striker drone detected. Rogue incinerator turret detected.
Thank you.
An agent needs assistance.
Shit. Go help him. Come on. Okay, we got this one. Let's go.
Evacuate the facility.
It's always nice when people actually come with you. I thought they were right behind me, and then they weren't there all of a sudden. Like, if you're gonna follow me, come. Don't back away. Hey, who's fucking behind me? Get out of here.
Incoming. High-risk hostile.
Okay, let's go. Hardwired's good, but I don't find hardwired very good in this particular map.
Area secure.
Agent, you should be able to access the waste area.
Okay, there we go. Let's go.
System curtailed. System reactivated.
Agent, you've reached the waste area. I need you to secure the radioactive material to override the lockdown protocol.
Serious trauma detected.
We need to secure that tank and get it back into the sarcophagus.
minutes to lockdown.
Lethal radiation levels detected. Lockdown protocol in effect.
Seal those tanks.
Incoming. High-risk hostile.
Contamination lockdown imminent.
Great work. Now just seal that bunker and stop exposing your team to not so low doses of radiation.
High-risk target approaching. Emergency lockdown protocol is complete.
tried to save the plant. We'll need all the help we can get to get it back online. Let's get you home. Torres is waiting for your signal.
Sorry, I had my mic muted. I thought I thought I was talking, but apparently not.
Evacuate the area.
Alright. Yeah, so we were just a couple of seconds too late on the objective, and we just failed it apparently. Even though we just finished it. Now, the question is, will we get out? Because there's going to be hunters.
Get on that helo. You've got hunters incoming.
We got 2 minutes and 34 seconds before we have to signal. And, yeah, there's going to be a couple hunters here. Yeah, there's one there, there's one there, there's one there. There's three or four of them I can see.
System disrupted.
Okay, you wasted that for nothing. Uh-oh. Oh!
Medical assistance needed.
God, they're targeting me, you son of a bitch.
System back online. Agent down.
Oh boy.
Rogue striker drone detected.
Oh boy.
Rogue hive detected. System malfunctioning. Rogue
Come on, come on, come on.
hive detected.
Agent down. Neutralize that hunter.
Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on.
Serious trauma detected.
What? Who's fucking put the drone out?
System reactivated.
They've hacked somebody's drone.
Neutralize that hunter.
It wasn't mine, mine's a healing drone. I'm probably gonna be dead because they're gonna shoot me because I'm sitting here.
An agent is no longer in your group.
Thank you. Jesus. How the hell are we gonna get them back up? Uh-huh.
Agent deceased.
Agent down. Neutralize that hunter.
Hunter.
Agent down. Neutralize that hunter.
Jesus, we might as well just run out and die. There's no way in hell we're gonna do this. Oh my god.
Down. Get out of there.
Oh my god.
System restored.
Oh my god.
Without power.
I didn't die at least, but oh my god. It's because everybody split up, right? There was only 2 or 3 of us running together and the rest split up. You should never do that in the end. You should always stick together at the end. Because those hunters are extremely... Everybody thinks because they're running the Heartbreaker set or they're running a DPS build. Not too much. Just played in a group of people that weren't very smart at the end. They separated too much. You can't do that against hunters. You can't separate and go your own way and do your own thing. Because those hunters will slaughter. If there's only 2 people and there's 4 hunters and there's 2 people, guess what? Those 2 people are most likely going to get slaughtered. And that's the problem. You can't do a 2v4, especially with hunters. They're not like rogue agents. They're like a totally different animal. People don't I don't think people get it. They think, oh, they're just like rogue agents, but they're not. They're actually a lot tougher than rogue agents, and they can hack your shit. Like, I don't care if they hack mine because I'm not using the attack. Somebody, okay, so here's what happens. So this, I'm not using an attack drone. I'm using a healing one. But here's my point. So somebody had one of these drones. They had a striker drone, and what happened is that striker drone that they hacked, it ended up killing 3 people. Like it ended up killing 3 people. That striker drone ended up killing 3 people because they hacked it. Now I can't get my my striker drone to do that much damage, but when a hunter hacks your striker drone, oh my god, look out! It's killer. It was shredding me like no tomorrow. Like I've got a really good I got a really good drone build that does some pretty good damage, but holy crap, it doesn't do that much damage. I know they want to make them hard, but holy crap. What they need to do, and I don't know if you guys remember this, people that play the Division 1 might understand what I'm saying here. So back in the Division 1, they were talking about a gear set that they never really brought out. I don't think they ever brought it out because what it was it was similar to the hunters. You could hack people's stuff. It was a prototype build. They never brought it out. Whoops. They never brought it out. So it was a good idea. They never executed it though, unfortunately. I think it would have been think it would have been cool too because, could you imagine somebody tries to stick their seeker mine on you and you hack it and send it back at them? Whew. That would not be nice, would it? You know damn well if they had a build like that, or if they had a gear set like that, I would definitely be rocking that one. I'd be hacking people's shit. You already know that. That's it. That's not even a matter of if. That's a guaranteed. Oh, what's this? You know what I really wish I had is the Regulus. All I have to do is the raid, and I will collect the pieces and then I can put it together. I've done everything else, so. You're gonna see a lot of things going on my channel. This game is always going to be there. I'm always going to make videos about this, no matter what. So if you see another game video come up, or multiple different game videos coming up as my pre-recorded videos, it's because I'm trying to get a variety going on here. Because I am supposed to act like a gaming channel, not like a Division 2 channel. You know what I mean? I like it. I like the new game mode. It's nice, but I mean, it's probably a good way to farm. It really is. But it can get stale pretty quick. If you know what I mean. It was a good idea. I mean, I'm not saying. I mean, it's better than going to the. Okay, hold on. Gear-wise, as far as things dropping goes, it is better than the Summit because it drops way more stuff. But quality stuff, what? As far as quality stuff goes, at first when they first brought it out, it was dropping stuff pretty good. I was getting God rolled pieces from Countdown in like at least 3 or 4 or 5 pieces, per run. But now I'm finding that I'm not getting those god rolls anymore. I think they've tamed it down. And I mean, good for them, because you, if that was the way to farm and you're going to get god rolled pieces all the time. Yeah, 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 that's exactly right. But if you make a mode like that that drops all this gear, and then um, you make it so that there's a lot of god rolled pieces in there, then of course everybody's going to flock there, because they'll be like, hey, I'm going to start farming for this, because there's a good chance I'm going to get a really good roll. It's going to be god rolled. And I was getting those pieces that I wanted, like, almost all the time, but after they patched it there a little while ago, I mean, I knew it was coming. That's why I was, like, farming like crazy there, because I knew it was coming. I knew they were going to reduce the kind of rolls that you were going to get. Like, I still get god rolled pieces there, but it's not nearly as much as it was before. Not even close. And I think it's because they realized that they don't want to take away from the summit, because that's one thing I noticed. If I go to the summit, I know I'm going to get good pieces. I know I'm going to get good pieces almost every time it drops. They might not be god rolled, but they're going to be good pieces, and I'm probably going to get what I want. So what I'm trying to do here is I'm trying to get repair skills on these 3 pieces. Like, I want to get 3 pieces of this, like that, but I want it to naturally have repair skills on it. And what happens is, when I go into countdown, there's 2 things that I noticed when it drops True Patriot of those pieces. Of any of the pieces, actually. So when True Patriot drops, the most common things that I've seen more than anything is hazard protection, naturally on it, and I think it was explosive resistance, and health. Those are the 3 things that I noticed that drops a lot in countdown for True Patriot. I'm looking for repair skills, so I might have to go to the summit for that to happen, because I've done a lot of runs in countdown, and it keeps repeating that. It keeps repeating those things on the gear. So, and I have gotten stats effects and stuff and other stuff, but I mean, for the most part, it's what I just said is what normally comes on it. Or armor regen is the other one. It's mostly blue stuff that goes on it, like attributes. So, I think they're trying to keep Summit alive too, so people keep going to the Summit and do it there. Because, I mean, you do still get capacitors and stuff there too in the Ridgeway's Pride if you don't have it. But I think now, I don't know if they added that to the loot pool. I don't think they did, the Ridgeways. You still have to get it. Yeah, I know. I've been seeing this. Quite a few of the big streamers have been exploiting the shit out of this. The don't go past that floor. Yeah. And when they were done doing it, I saw all this stuff on the floor. I was like, oh my god. Don't worry. I'm sure they're going to patch that eventually. Maybe not right now, but they will. You know they will.
Need you to secure a skyscraper. This may take a while. Hope you cleared your schedule.
But what I was saying is earlier... I'm just waiting for this to load. Come on, load. Load, 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 load. Why is it taking forever? My PC's being slow. I thought it was the 10th floor. Don't go past the 10th floor or something. Are you sure it's the 9th and not the 10th? I thought it was the 10th floor. Floor 10 or something. I remember something to do with that. 9th, 10th. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's 10th. I could be wrong. I could be wrong. Yeah, it's the 10th. I knew it was the 10th. Yeah, I know because somebody jumped in my group there. It was a couple months ago now. It's been going on for a while. And he said to me, he said to me, "Hey, want to join my group?" And I was wondering, I was like, "Okay." And then he started doing this 10th floor thing. He's like, "Okay, kill yourself." And I'm like, "What?" Yeah. So at first I didn't get it. I was like, "Why am I killing myself?" And then I realized what he was doing after a while because I never pay attention to that shit. Right? So then I realized within like 20 minutes I had so much stuff. I gotta do a cleaning to this actually. I should go through that stash so I can get rid of all this shit that I'm carrying on me. I might do a cleaning to that right now. Yeah, I know. I mean, isn't it every 10 floors you can do it on? You can do it on floor 20, floor 30, floor 40. Can you? I'm pretty sure it works every 10 floors, right? But I think once you get past floor 50, more stuff starts to, like, stronger stuff starts coming out. If I'm correct, it's either floor 50 or 60. The stronger stuff starts coming out. No, I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure. I remember hearing about this because somebody was telling me this. As you get up in the higher floors, stronger things come out. Like stronger NPCs start coming out.
Consumption of drugs and alcohol on site.
Like you'll see more yellows.
Violators will be removed from the secure area immediately.
If I remember correctly, when I was up in the high floors, I was seeing a lot of that. But it depends too, right? Because if you put um, protection from elites on, then it'll spawn more reds. But don't ever underestimate those red guys coming out, the red shotgunners. Because the red shotgunners can put your ass down just as quick as the yellow ones. Yeah. Yeah, because it's the lower floors, right? So it's going to be like not so weak. It depends on your build. If you're running glass cannon, I mean, it doesn't matter which floor you're running on. They can kill you on legendary. See, I was thinking legendary, right? Because I'm pretty sure people do it on heroic, right? You do it on heroic, floor 10, not legendary. At least I think it is. Hmm? Oh, challenging? I know that's exactly what you were trying to type, is challenging. Yeah. So you do it, what do you do? Challenging, all directives, right? Or something like that.
Wish it would cool off a little.
Hey, Agent, nice to see you.
Well, how does that work though? Because isn't there a certain thing that when you put it on, like once you... Okay. So, because I was going to say, there is a certain... Yeah, no, I can show you another thing that's hilarious. If I put my hardwired build on. Um, if you have the multi-secret mines on, and let's just say this is a closed door, and you aim down and you throw it right at the open, like right underneath the door almost, they will actually come out and attack anything in there. Yeah. And you can keep doing that, rinse and repeat, without even opening the door. I killed an entire floor doing that once. Just spamming my secret mines under the door. What do you got? Okay. Mm-hmm. Um, that was fun actually, and it was sorry, it was funny. Okay, so he's running that unbreakable. Okay, it's typical meta. He's got double damage to armor, right? Because he's wearing the Walker and Harris. Critical hit damage, chance, perfect adrenaline rush. Yeah, I'm running PS5. Yep. So he's running the usual. He's running the contractor's gloves, Fox's knee pads. I've done this particular setup actually similar to this. I just didn't have this at the time. Um, and I've also rolled my walkers and stuff into blues as well. What is this? Defender drone, jammer. Okay, so here's my issue right here. Now he does what he. Sorry, never mind. I take that back. Some people don't run it this way, but you see how he's running technician. So he's got one skill tier. So he's running the defender drone. I was gonna say there's people out there that I've seen run gunner, and they run this, the defender drone, and I'm not kidding. I've seen it. I've seen people running the defender drone with no skill tiers, and it's helping them a lot. Like I'd be pumping bullets at them, and it's stopping all my bullets, and I'm like, what the? I tried the same thing they're doing with that drone, and I get mauled. It doesn't stop any bullets. So then I thought, well, what if I put like a tier 6 version of that on? Would it be better? And you would think it would be, but it's actually not any better. Yeah. Let's just throw a crappy old skill build on real quick. Well, not a crappy one, but I don't even care if it's matching. I just want to see. I just want to put yellow pieces on. I don't care what they are. I just want to see, because I want the tiers to see what that drone does. Damage reduction 50%. PvP damage reduction 25%. That's at skill tier 6. Now, the question I have now is 50%. So it was 50% and 25%. So let me just switch this up to gunner. It shouldn't change. It should be the same. Yeah, same thing. Okay, cool. If you overcharge it, yeah. See, I'm running True Patriot, but I'm running True Patriot. Or sorry, I'm running True Patriot as a red build. That's why I'm trying to put repair skills on so that I can use repairs. Yeah. So I did this with a tip of the spear build where I just put whatever. This is not even matching. I just threw yellows on just to see what the defender drone would actually do as a tier 6. But I have a bunch of sets. I have a blue set of True Patriot. I've got a red set of True Patriot. I've got a yellow set of True Patriot. It's like Striker. I've got a red set of Striker. I've got a blue set of Striker, and I've got a yellow set of Striker. Yeah. 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 So, now you gave me an idea. Okay, so what I was working on is I want to just go in here and see if I have one. I should. I've got all kinds of gear. I've got so many gear sets that I got to go through and deal with. This is never going to go away, though. I'm always keeping system corruption. I've also got a True Patriot set that has crit hit chance on it. So there's one of my pieces. Yeah, so what somebody was telling me, and I didn't know this, I don't know if it's been fixed yet or not. I don't know if it was supposed to be that way, but I'm pretty sure they did fix it. So your specialization weapon, when you upgraded that, apparently it was helping your main weapons do more damage when you expertised your thing up and started putting things on it. I do think they fixed that. Yeah. I'm gonna see if I can get that gear out. Yeah,
Backup request.
yeah, they're gonna fix that. That's good. I'm sure people are taking. Well, I mean, that would probably, you know what? That would probably explain why some people are so tough to kill in the dark zones. I bet you they're taking advantage of it. Nice. Okay, good. Alright, so normally yeah. You know how it is. Okay, so what I normally do when I run mine, I'll show you. There's a certain way I run this. Yeah, well that's the problem, right? I went in there and I was really disappointed, so to speak, at what I saw. I've got so much of this, I should have a piece. I should have a piece for that, or I might already have it on me, who knows. Yeah, there it is. Got that. Okay, so let me see what I got right now. So I want to put on... Okay, so I'm going to put that on. Put that on. Wait. Yeah. Put... Just a minute. No. Put this on. Like this. And then I gotta remember to take this off. Don't put that on there. And put this... there. Then... I put on... Where is it? I put this on. And then I put on... Oh yeah. That's sucky.
Agent in need of backup.
Alright, so normally what I do here is what I got on this. Chance. 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 Okay. So this is the way I sometimes run mine. I run this way because it's, I don't know what happens. I'm gonna see if it will do it. There was something I was doing a while back that was making me insanely strong. And what I mean by that is I could face tank people. Like literally face tank people that were high DPS. And I would just heal like a motherfucker. And I don't think I did it right because I think I need to be all blue. But I did throw a red in there just to see how it works. So I'm going to go in and... Nice. I wish I was at 20, but unfortunately, yeah, I got so much stuff to do. I'm usually working on so many things. Like after I get off the stream, I work on my videos, I work on ideas. I wish I had somebody to help me, but unfortunately, I don't know anybody that could do that and would want to do that. So it's just me. It's brutal, but I'm gonna get through it. What was I gonna do? Oh yes, I was gonna jump in countdown. I want to try it out because those NPCs are all yellow, so that's why I want to try it there.
So we're going after the outcast leader, huh?
Did they reduce the amount once you get past level 11? I think they said they were going to reduce the amount you needed or something. Yeah. I'm always doing videos, right? So I'm like trying to find the time to get my expertise up. I'm so behind. But you know what I mean? I'm streaming, I'm doing videos, and I'm doing pre-recorded videos, and I'm trying to fix them up. I'm making thumbnails. I'm watching, then I have life that kicks in as well.
Another agent has joined your group. An agent is no longer in your group.
Wait, still be, oh, he left. Start it up right away.
Another agent is now in your group.
That's the only problem I'm having right now is there's so much stuff on my plate, and I'm trying to deal with it all at once. I'm always thinking about this, right? I'm always thinking about what, even when I'm not on my computer and I'm not doing videos, I'm still thinking about it. And when I go away for 4 days, like on Thursday, I'm going away till Sunday, I still can't unplug. So I try to unplug. I try to keep myself busy so I'm not thinking about it. My wife knows too. She sees me checking my phone. She's like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "I just gotta check something. Just gotta check something."
The True Sons have triggered a lockdown of the plant. They've been taking over infrastructure.
Oh, that needs a new thumbnail. I gotta start working on a thumbnail. I pulled the tablet out. At nighttime when I'm at the trailer, I pull the tablet out and I start working on videos again. Right? So even when I'm away, even like during the day, I like to go out and do things and keep my mind off it. But at nighttime, when there's nothing to do, like, once everybody's gone to bed, then that's when I'm like, uh-oh. I guess what I'm going to be doing.
Excessive power detected. Increased probability of instability or
I'm going to be doing some more videos. Like some more checking, like thumbnails. Sometimes I like to update them because I look at them and go, it could be better.
System reactivated.
Whoa. Didn't want to quite jump that way, but yeah, that works. Oh, this terminal's all by itself. There's an enemy up there. I can see him. He's up here. Oh, you little motherfucker. Reload. I think that red's screwing me, that red piece. Oh. Let's see. I'm gonna take that crit hit chance away. No, I have a way to heal. It's just I haven't built this the way I want to have it. I think it's that red piece right here. There we go. Okay, we got it. Cool.
Critical systems exposed. Data transfer halted. High risk target detected.
Watch yourself. Mine down.
Minutes to lockdown. Evacuate the facility.
Secure. Protect the engineer.
Area secure.
Okay, he dropped something. I better go pick it up. Yeah, I see. I know. Oh, somebody died from this repatriate explosion.
Risk hostile.
Agent, you should be able to access the turbine now.
Hostiles neutralized.
Unfortunately, there was nothing in the box. Well, the box didn't unlock, so oops.
Agent, you've reached the turbine. I need you to fix the power grid.
Okay.
You're in. We need to switch the power over to the new grid.
Hold on.
Evacuate the facility. 5 minutes to lockdown.
Electrical grid in danger of failure. Warning.
I'm gonna need to expose this transformer. What the hell was that? The floor is electrified. Watch your step, Agent.
Power grid imminent. Follow accidental electrocution. Redirect accepted. Stabilize power distribution.
Coming. High risk hostile. High risk target detected.
I touched the floor after the fact. Whoops. restore that power. Okay, if nobody else is going to go up there, I'm going to go up there, but I think somebody else is going up there now. Finally.
Agent down.
Good work, Agent. You saved the plant. Move to extraction point. Shoot off a flare so Torres knows you're ready to go.
Yeah. There's that noise like you failed it or something, but you didn't fail it, you actually passed it, so I don't know what it's talking about. So it's really hard to gauge what I'm talking about because the build I made before had different things going on in it. So I think I know what it was now. Let me just make sure I have it. What do you mean, what is the best way? If you go back into it again after it's proficient, you're going to need a lot of things, and it's expensive as hell to start putting stuff on your gear. Right? Because I'm proficient in this. I haven't done anything yet with this, but I'll show you something else. So I went back to expertise, I went down to seeker mines, I went to multi-seeker mines, and luckily I had, I'll show you. Luckily I had, see mine do 4% more damage than they normally do, because I've upgraded it 4 times so far. Believe it or not, that 4% makes a big difference. It doesn't seem like it, but it does. Big difference. 4%. People hear 4% and they're like, ah, big deal, right? It's like when you make $1, like let's say you made $1 an hour for doing absolutely nothing. It doesn't sound like much, right? But it actually, it does add up. Quick. Oh, something's over here. Did I miss something? I must have missed this. Hold on. Doesn't matter either way. Both are good. I don't make $1 an hour. See, I got repair skills, finally got repair skills on it, but unfortunately it's not very strong. That's the problem. So what? I want to get rid of those pieces, because I want to see what these pieces are. Alright, let's get out of here. I can tell you, it was probably about 10 or so years ago, our dollar was actually more than the American one, but I'm going to tell you something as to why that changed. And so when you flood your economy with money that you normally wouldn't have, it does stabilize things for a while. But there is a turning point. At some point, that's going to go bang right back in the face of what you just did. It's not a matter of if, it's just a matter of when.
System back online.
Oh, we didn't get it. That's okay. That's
Without
okay.
power, people in this region are...
Um, no, because they've done it over the years. They did it before too. They put a bunch of money into the economy. They flooded the economy with some money, and it does stabilize the economy. It does for a little while.
Safe area detected.
It depends. It all depends on how long it's going to be. It might be 5 years, 10 years, but then eventually there's going to be a nosedive. Okay, so here's my suggestion. For me, I'm in Kingston, Ontario. I'm Canadian. But I do have a certain somebody that knows about these things. And that's what we're talking about when because I do know when I saw that happen, right, with when they flooded the money into the economy, because the economy was getting bad, so they pushed money into it. This was a while back though. They haven't done that recently. This was back when I think the last time they did it, Obama was still in. That's the last time they flooded the market or their economy with money to stabilize it. And it's still going good, but like I said, it's gonna take it. Yeah, that's what I mean. They print more money than they really have, but for some strange reason, it helps the economy, right? But unfortunately, there's a negative side to that too. That is precisely. Remember when our dollar went above their dollar for like a little while? That is why that happened because the president before that did the same thing. He put money in the economy, and then it took a nosedive, and that's why our dollar went ahead of theirs, right? But then they flooded the economy again with money years later, and their dollar shot up past ours again, right? So there's a nosedive effect. It will nosedive again. I just don't know. I can't tell you when that's going to be. I just know that there's a negative return on that. It sounds good at the time and it works great. Nice, yes. Exactly. That's when you want to do it, right? The minute our dollar shoots ahead of theirs, then you go over there and buy stuff. And then you come back. That's the best way to do it. Wait till our dollar hits more than theirs, and then it's bound to happen eventually. It could take another 10 years. Who knows? Yeah, but with what you currently have going on right now, I don't trust the person that's in power right now. So I think he's not doing it right. That's where the nosedive is going to happen. If he gets, I don't think he's going to get in again. But I think he's going to be one and done. I mean, watching these videos, I mean, they do take things out of context too when they show things like. But I mean, it's kind of hard to do that when he's actually stuttering and stuff. He fell off his bicycle. I saw a video on that one. He fell off his bicycle during a ride, and for no reason. He just fell over. I was like, okay, all right, all right. He's okay. Maybe I'll do a headshot damage or a headshot build with this. I'll keep that. I was kind of confused. Like when I watched the video, the way he fell, I was like, "What? What? How do you fall off your bike like that? You had too much to drink there, Joe." Before you went outside. You know what he had when he woke up in the morning? He had whiskey. And then he went for a bicycle ride and he fell over for no reason. They better put training wheels on that shit. Could you imagine if they showed a video of him riding a bike with training wheels on it? And he's like swearing at the camera, like, get that fucking camera out of here. Can't you see I'm trying to ride my bike? And suddenly that person went missing. Here's Joe. First thing in the morning, he likes to drink a couple tequila shots. Then he usually gets on his bike that has training wheels on it and still manages to fall off. Yeah, no, it's the same thing here, right? We have three parties, three main parties that are fighting. Only two of them are big though. The third one isn't so big, but it's still a threat because it could possibly turn. We have conservatives and liberals and conservatives, and it's always back and forth with these guys. But it doesn't matter who gets in. They could say, "Hey, I'm gonna do this," and then they get in, and it usually never happens, right? It happens everywhere. It's like that everywhere. It's like here's a good example. Let's say you're looking for a Division 2 video, and you come across some like the title has to do with the Division 2, but the thumbnail is a picture of a basketball. And you click on it, and it's a cooking video. You know what I mean? You know, one thing, I'm not, don't get me wrong, I'm not a supporter, because I'm Canadian. But one thing I can say that actually was good about that guy, Trump, was when it came to Putin, Putin wouldn't mess with him. I honestly think if Trump was still in, I don't think Ukraine would have got invaded. I'm telling you right now. Because Putin was scared of Trump. You could see it. Yeah, no, anyways, back to the thumbnail thing. The reason why Putin invaded Ukraine, because he knew that Biden was full of shit. He wouldn't do anything. He just doesn't have the balls. He's not going to oppose Russia. All Russia has to do is say nuclear weapons, and he's like, what? Oh, shit. Where Trump would be like, yeah, I got some too. That's the difference.
On the web.
And that's why he's taking advantage of what's going on now. But I might have to delete this video afterwards. Or I might have to cut that section out of the video. And the reason why I say I'm going to have to cut that section out of the video is because YouTube has this thing about that right now. It doesn't matter if the video is actually about that, if anything in the video is said about that. They can turn around and say, oh, nope. But I can cut it out, so it doesn't matter. So what I'll do after the video is done is I'll put it private so that it can't be touched, basically. And then I'll fix it, and then I'll put it back out. So let me just look. I didn't know that either until I just realized that, and I just realized that. So a minute and we'll say what, an hour and I think around an hour and 24-minute mark is when I need to look. It's been about what, a couple minutes, so that's fine. Let me write that down actually. I don't always edit my videos that way. Sometimes I let them go natural, and I'm like, you know what? I mean, when you see some people's videos, you can see that they're really nicely done, but you can see, if you look very carefully, you can see the clipping, right? Where it goes from one to the next. It almost looks smooth, but if you have a good eye, you can catch it. So there's been a couple of times where I've seen build videos where the guy's like, he's fighting like multiple people, right? And you see his health and stuff going down. And just before he dies, it tries to smoothly looks like he killed everything, and you have to pay attention. You know damn well he died. Okay? Put it that way. That's the harshest way to say it. You know his ass died. But he made it look good by like transitioning. He did it at the right time. So it looked like he was just like, okay, they're dead. He's moving on to the next thing. But in reality, he actually died. He obviously doesn't want you to see that. So I let mine go all natural. You'll probably notice that in my videos when you see them. Is for the most part, you won't see these cuts to different things. Sometimes I have, and it's not because I died. It's because there was a section where it was just like this. Okay, the minute that happens, when there's nothing, like there's no talking going on, people go, oh, click, bye-bye. I don't typically do that though. I've done it when I first started out. I was doing like the cutting and trying to make it like work that way, but then I realized, you know what? Why do I need to do that? I don't really need to do that. At least if you see my videos, you know they're natural because you know there's no cutting, there's no pasting together. I don't do that shit. If I'm going to make a video, I just, I make sure that the build works so that I don't die in the video. So I don't have to cut that part and paste it to the next part. So it looks like I won when I didn't. Well, my PC is different. It's well, my PC is not your average PC. Okay, so I have an Asus, but I have a keyboard, mouse, and a screen, and everything else is inside. I have a Ryzen 7, blah blah blah. There's no tower. There's no tower. Well, I said the same thing about my wife too. I was like, I don't like fake. I like natural. You know what I mean. I'm not gonna say it, but you know what I mean. I prefer natural too. I don't like the fake ass ones. Alright, so I need to fix this. There's something different that I did before. I gotta remember this because I made so many builds that I can't remember what I did to make this. Essentially, I think I know what it is now. Hold on, let me see. That's the problem. So I'll take this. I'll put that back on. Nice. I have a I have a very high-end ThinkPad one, but it's not a gaming one. It's for it's got it's got a Quattro in it, but it's not for gaming. It's more for like video editing and stuff because the Quattro is based on that kind of thing. It's more for video editing. It can handle games, but I don't use it for games. I use it for editing. If I actually want to make a different style of video, then I can use that. That laptop works great. I can stream off that one too. It's powerful enough. But right now I'm streaming through my PS5 because it's so much easier. I don't need a capture card. I don't need any of that crap. I just plug in the information into the built-in software that has YouTube and Twitch, and I just plug my stuff in, and boom, away you go. I use my PS camera. I don't use my PS camera. I have one. It's plugged in, but yeah. What was I gonna do? Oh yes, recalibration. I need to fix. Where was it? What did I just put on? Knee pads? No. Oh my god, now I gotta look. Yes, it was gloves. So what I'm gonna do... Yeah, I mean, it's got the built-in software, right? I wish I knew how to use the other software, because like I said, my laptop actually is powerful enough to stream and do that through the studio. Oh my god, now I can't remember what it is. The problem with that is I'd have to use a laptop. The laptop, the webcam that's built into the most laptops there. I'd have to use that, and it might kind of look weird because you're going to see the side of my face, right? Because I'd have to turn it that way.
I've got the biggest inventory in
And you got to be careful because on that one, when you use the OBS Streamlabs, I don't know how to use that very much. They're very good, so I don't have any experience with that. I'd have to learn that as well. Okay, so I did that. What's this got on a crit chance? I need, just put that on. I don't care if it's perfect or not. Okay, you know what? That's perfect too. I can roll that actually.
Crafting something?
So it's got armor regen on it. Armor regen on it. Armor regen. I think this is how I did it. I'm pretty sure this is how I did it. Okay, so now everything has armor regen on it. Okay, so one thing I want to say here, because I'm 100% or 100%. Look.
Agent in need of backup.
One thing I want to say here is this should work better. Oh, that's what I was going to say. Incoming repairs. I think that is a very broken thing because I've tried this, incoming repairs, and I've tried repair skills, and I prefer repair skills, to be honest. I feel like incoming repairs is not working. I don't know if that's true or not, but it sure as hell seems like it. I've tried it out and it doesn't seem to work great. Okay, so that should make things a lot better. Actually, you know what? What am I using? Survivalist? Yeah, so I'm going to use this. I'll take advantage of this.
Could use some more crafting materials. I really should make this.
I can tell you right now, the strongest heal in the game is right here. I'll show you. The trap. The trap is the strongest heal in the game. Without a doubt, I've tried them all. This one depends on your build. If you make yourself a healer, like a full out healer, that trap is the strongest heal. It's just I don't like it because it runs out quick. So if you want to be a healer, basically if you want to be a healer, then you're going to want to be a hardwired healer. And the reason why I say that is because you can bring that trap back again and again and again and again and again and keep healing. That's why I like hardwired so much, is because if I want to be a healer, I might not have the greatest superest healer in the world, but I know that if I get the right stuff on my gear, I can make hardwired. Like I could go with repair skills on all my hardwired pieces if I wanted to instead of skill damage. And then I could put repair skills again on my other stuff and I could make those heals so strong it wouldn't even be funny. I think I made a build like that before where I had like all the hardwired pieces had repair skills on it and then I had repair skills on the other two pieces as well.
Charles have to screw to get an espresso machine.
Yeah, no, I know that, but I think it's broken because I've actually comboed them together before, and then I took them off and I tried them separately, and I still found that repair skills was better with just pure repair skills. I was looking at my healing when I was doing it, and I was like, I still think it's better without the. I think the incoming repairs are broken. Okay, so running it this way. How much space do I have left? I only have space for 15. So how much space do I have left here? Ah, damn it. Let me see what that message is. Oh, let me just hold on a second. Sorry, I was just talking about something. I was talking about to my wife's sister there. She sent me a thing there about because it's my niece's graduation today. Unfortunately, I'm not going to make it because I gotta be here with the kids. But her father is a hypochondriac, so he's always at the hospital. He thinks he's dying. Um, and I just sent her a message saying, is he going to make her graduation? Or is he going to be at the hospital? Like, fuck. Come on, buddy. I wouldn't care. I would never miss something like that. Unless there was, reasons beyond my control. And I don't mean like gaming. I mean like just something like maybe I got stranded somewhere and I couldn't make it.
Hey there.
Have you already had it once before? I'm assuming you already got it at the summit by doing all the stuff you needed to do. Which is a lot of stuff, by the way. It's annoying. I did the floor 100 thing when I got mine. I was like, oh, I got it, because I thought I got the blueprint. But that wasn't the case. There was another great big amount of stuff you had to do. What I normally do, I've had it, so. A lot of people are always saying that the summit is the thing that drops all these things constantly, but I've never really had much of it dropping for me. I mean, that could just be my luck. But what I normally do if I want something like that, I would be I would go to the summit actually, yeah. Target chess pieces. Oh, do you have it on your Xbox? Like, have you got it from your Xbox? If not, you're gonna have to go back to the summit and start doing that again. Probably the best way to do it anyway. Or you can go to Countdown and try it there and target chess pieces there. It might just drop for you. Actually, you know what? That would probably be a higher chance, I would say, for it to drop there because it drops all kinds of stuff. One of those things could very well be a Ridgeway's Pro. If you've had it before, though. Once you get it, it's a part of your loot pool. However, if you haven't got it yet, then you're going to have to go to the summit and get it. You have to collect the 5 pieces, and well, you probably already did, though. I'm assuming. think I got it on me, don't I? I'm pretty sure I do. Whoops. Yeah, I do. There's my ridgeways. You know what? No, I like this better. Get back in there and kill some shit real quick. So I can test this again. And see if I can get some more things. You know why I've been taking a break from we're not taking a break, but kind of laying off on the live streams, because I came across this article that said that live streaming can hurt your channel, in the sense that I don't know, like every time I don't know how it works precisely, but so I was like, oh boy, is that why, you know, when I put an actual video out, it's having problems now?
An agent has left your group.
Because I've been doing all these live streams, you know what I mean?
Another agent is now in your group.
So now the question comes up, does YouTube punish you for doing live streams when it comes to like uploading actual pre-recorded videos? They might give you exposure for live streams, but then that's what I'm trying to, because I saw this article, like I said, I was actually watching it going, oh boy, I hope not. Is that why things are doing this?
An agent is no longer in your group. Another agent has joined your group.
Yeah, well, you can get it from that too, but like that mask I have now that I've got it, it's probably a part of my loot pool, so I could probably just target masks in Countdown. And I bet you it would drop. I bet you it would drop. Maybe not the first run or second. Could be the second run. It could be the first run. I've gotten lots of exotics from Countdown. It's not like I haven't gotten any. I've gotten quite a few, actually. But because so much gear, the reason why I said that is because so much gear drops, there's a good probability that you might get it. Now, if it was the summit, unfortunately, that doesn't drop as much gear.
The True Sons have triggered a lockdown of the plant. They've been taking over infrastructure to lend legitimacy to their cause. If they control the power,
Okay.
they control this region. We need to restrict access and secure the nuclear waste.
Reactor unstable. Emergency lockdown protocols activated. 15 minutes lockdown. Communication relay offline.
High levels of radiation detected. Commence operational lockdown procedures.
Target should be nearby.
High value target detected.
Put an agent down.
High value target neutralized. High risk target detected.
Follow all lockdown safety protocols.
Area secure. Shade tech detected. Rogue incinerator turret detected. Rogue sniper turret detected. target detected. Area secure.
Agent, you can access the waste area. Do me a favor and take a decontamination shower before you come back to base. Agent, you've reached the waste area. I need you to secure the radioactive material to override the lockdown protocols.
Follow.
We need to secure that tank and get it back into the sarcophagus.
Evacuate the facility. 5 minutes to lockdown.
Lethal radiation levels detected. Lockdown protocol in effect.
That should be the source of the leak. Now we just need to seal those tanks.
High-risk target detected.
Great work. Now just seal that bunker and stop exposing the team to not so low doses of radiation.
Radiation detected at acceptable level.
Face me! You better run! Gotta go around.
Great work, Agent. The power plant is stable. Now get the hell out of there. Shoot off a flare so Torres knows you're ready to go.
Hostiles detected. An agent needs assistance. Agent down. System reactivated.
Agent down.
System disrupted. An agent has left your group. System rogue hive detected. System back online. System disrupted. System reactivated.
A lot of people are gonna lose power. Without power in...
I just wish people would stop quitting the goddamn game. We could probably finish if people would just stop quitting. Okay,
Safe area entered.
so here's my quick problem with this game. When they go into this mode, we'll just I don't know. We'll call him Richard. You know what I mean by Richard. So say Richard goes into the game and he wants to be Rambo. Dumbass. So what happens is they run ahead of everybody. They try to take on hunters all by themselves because they think, oh, I'm running a DPS build. I can just kill them. They die because we're at the end, right? So if they die, they're dead. Like, they're done. You're dead. And then they get all pissy and leave and blame everybody else. Like, oh, it's our fault that you were a dumbass and, ran into a shitload of enemies. But it still cracks me up about that. And I've been in these groups where I've actually heard people bitching about it. It's like, you just ran ahead of everybody and died. I mean, sorry, but you kind of deserved it. Like, I play another game, it's called Smite, and it's pure PvP. There's no PvE, it's just pure PvP. And when I use my characters, I never rush at the opposing. I usually use a ranged. I use a ranged character. Yeah, I use a ranged character. I use a hunter. Well, it's not the same kind of hunter, but it's bow and arrow. I use a hunter in the game I play for PvP, and I keep my distance, but I focus on critical hit damage and critical hit chance. So every time I hit them, it's like critical hit chance or critical hit, and it kills them quick. But I don't rush in, and I don't, as a hunter, I don't rush in and try to shoot them because that would just be dumb. because although my hunter has a lot of critical hit, does a lot of critical hits non-stop, squishy as hell. So if I ran in, I'd be dead. Sometimes you have to, just use your brain. I mean, I know it's hard for some people, but you just got to use your brain sometimes. I mean, what's the point of having one if you don't use it? I mean, I guess the easiest way to say that would be, and this is really harsh, but perhaps your mother should have used a Kleenex? Yeah, well, of course. I mean, it's the best strategy. And the game that I'm talking about, I might throw it on later if you want to see it, but or you could just watch one of my videos. I usually use I use a multiple of characters, but I usually enjoy the hunters the most. It's so satisfying for a DPS build to run up to you and you're just like critting them non-stop and they die so quick. And they're DPS builds, right? I was like last night I was playing against a couple pro guys, and they tried rushing us, and I just sat there just picking them off one by one. I think they're because it's 5-on-5. That's how it goes, right? It's 5-on-5 PvP. I killed 4 of the 5. Well, I mean, the most harshest thing and the most crudest joke that I ever had, and I don't say this to many people, um, because it's not very nice, but I usually say you're a load that should have been swallowed. That's probably the most harshest thing you could say to somebody. I've never had to say it to, well, maybe one person I did. But I don't usually say that to most people. Not unless they're really being dumb. And I mean, I have a shirt that I actually want printed. I have it. I have a saying that I want to put on it. And the saying is, I think God put stupid people in this world to test my anger management skills. That's what I want to put on a shirt. Yeah. Because that's how I feel sometimes. Like, like, how do you explain this? The most simplest thing, like, I used to be a chef, right? So I'm trying to, yeah, that's what I'm like, right? Because I'm a chef, and that's the way I kind of talked in the kitchen is just like to the point. I don't beat around the bushes. I don't I don't candy coat nothing. It's just like this is how it is. Like it or get the fuck out. Yes, I am. That's what I'm saying. I want to print it.
I've got what you want, Agent.
I want to print it. My wife won't let me, but I want to print it. She said I could never wear it out in public. And I said, yes, I will. Just not with you. I was thinking on getting it printed for my daughter's 4 and she goes to school, like she's in kindergarten. I was thinking on getting her a shirt with that printed on it as well. But my wife said no to that one. I tried. I'll try again later as well. I've got a good one for you. Okay? This one just blew my mind and I had to bite my tongue on this one because I was with my kids and my wife and I really wanted to say something, but this lady was behind me. And you know how they have the like they have the they have the self checkout, and they have the, you know, the normal checkout with the humans. And I'm in the line, which could go either way, right? But if I'm going to use the machines that are in front of me, I'm not going to stay in the line. I'm just going to go to the machines, right? So I'm in the line, and this lady says, "Are you using those machines in front of you?" And I looked at my wife, and I said, she's like, "Don't say it." I was like, "No, I'm not using them." And in my mind, I'm going, "You fucking idiot. If I was using them, don't you think I'd be there? Like, they're right there. Obviously, I'm not going to stand in line if the self-serve things are right there. I'd be right, you know what I mean? Like, that's the kind of things I deal with every day. Like, obviously, if I'm going to do this, you know, if I'm going to do that, I'm going to be there. I mean, if you don't see me going towards that machine, then obviously go around me and, you know, go to the machine. Common sense. Well, yeah, exactly. Are you going to use that machine? I still can't get over that. It still keeps playing in my head, and I just can't. I'm trying to, like, figure out why she would say something that retarded. Like, so what I want to do is I want to get this shirt. I want to get this shirt printed so that when I'm actually out and somebody does something like that, I can turn around and say, "Hey, look at my shirt. Check it out." Then I don't have to say it, right? They can just look at my shirt and know. What did I do here? I think I forgot something here. Whoa, hold on. Energize. I don't like energize.
Incoming backup request.
Okay, apparently I can't donate that. They don't like that one. Oh, I'm sure. Give me an example. Yeah, okay. Give me your worst example of somebody that might be saying something like that. Exactly. That's what I mean. I wouldn't just print one shirt. I wouldn't just print one shirt. I'd be printing like 20 of them. So like, okay. So while the other ones are washing and getting clean, I still got lots to wear. Oh, look, he's wearing the same shirt. No, I'm not. See, it's different color. Oh, I got that mask too. I got a better one though. Watch. Here. Now we can be friends. Oh, where'd he go? He didn't like my mask. I don't know. You know, I don't think you would want to walk down the street looking like this, with this kind of hat on. I don't think it would work out too good. People might, you know, you might have kids saying stranger danger or some shit like that. Now, I know I shouldn't have been a smartass about this, but I did tell my daughter, I said, okay, so I'm going to tell you a little trick. If you ever see a white van, it does not have candy. Okay? Don't go to it. That is probably the best. That is probably the oh wow. They're in your place of and they're asking you what you do for a living. I don't know. You should you know what you should have said has been a smartass. Is you should have said that, but you should have said, "Oh, I'm a lawyer. That's what I am. Yeah. I just work here, you know, for something to do." I've had some, working in the kitchen in this one restaurant I worked in. um, I had one lady say to me, "Oh, did you cook that?" Uh, in which I returned around and walked the other way, and in my head I was thinking, "Wow, wow, no, no, it totally cooked itself." Yeah, it just got up in the frying pan and started going to town, and then it even plated itself. All I did was carry it out. Or what's the other one? I'm out shopping with my daughter and son, and somebody comes up to me and says, "Oh, do you work here?" I'm like, "No. Do Why would you ask me that? Like, you can tell I don't work here." Yes, I bring my kids to work, guys. Oh, we got one guy cracked up one day. So this guy was driving a white van, and he wa- he was parked up the street here. I knocked on his window, and he rolled down the window, and I said, "Hey, you got any candy in there?" And he just looked at me, and we walked away. I just wanted to see the reaction, that's all. So that's why I did it, just for something to do. Plus, I get in trouble a lot, so. Sometimes I can't help myself when it comes to, like, stuff like that. I just gotta say it. Oh, no, don't put that on. Then I'm gonna look like somebody. Oh, no, oh, okay, I thought I put it on. I gotta get this off. I gotta get this mask off. So, I'm trying to think, oh, yes, that was another one. So, so, so when I worked for my uncle was training me a long time ago to be a mechanic, like a rebuilder mechanic. And, I had a uniform with a name tag on it and all that stuff. Like, it was built like it was made into the uniform. My name was on it, said what I did, like it actually showed my title. And I had a lady say to me the same thing. But only this time I actually did work there. She's like, "Oh, do you work here?" I'm like, "No, no. I just walk around with the uniform on because I have nothing better to do. I get up every day at 4:30 just to come here and stand around in somebody else's uniform because we we used to get up at 4:30. I'm sure there is. I don't know. I'm sure there is. I'm sure there's more than just that too. I keep telling my wife uh, we need to get we need to paint the walls red and um, get a pole in the middle of the living room. But she keeps saying no. I figure if I say it enough times eventually, but I doubt it's ever going to happen. But right? And so she went. She had a girls' weekend this weekend that just went by. And of course, I don't call it that. I call it a lesbian weekend. But that's just that's my humor, right? So she's like, "Oh, we're having a girls' weekend this weekend." So I said, "Oh, so you're having a lesbian weekend? Okay." Well, and then I said to her, "Well, I'm a lesbian. I can come too, right?" And she just looked at me like she didn't get what I meant, right? And then I guess it kind of clued in afterwards. She's like, "Oh, really?" Yeah. They're... Okay. I gotta check this message real quick. And then I've gotta see what I gotta do here. Somebody's inviting me to a barbecue. Hold on. Yes, I can't say yes to that because I don't know.
If I see any hostiles, I run.
First I'd... yeah. I don't know about you, but I mean, I could call myself that, right? I like girls. Of course I do. So I'm a lesbian. That's what I say. It's okay. Nothing wrong with it. Just some people don't get that kind of, they don't, it's not the kind of humor that they're used to. Like in real life, when I say that to people, they're just like, "What? I don't get it." And I'm like, "Okay, it's okay. It's it's a little bit over your head." I've had some really strange people say some really dumb things. So many things I could say, but well, but the thing is when I say that, most guys, quite a few guys get it, but there's a lot, you would be surprised, that do not get what I mean when I say that. They just have no idea. And I'm like, are you kidding me? I will say this, though. Never say that in front of your in-laws. Because it's really awkward when you're laughing inside because you think it's funny, and they're looking at you like, what the f are you talking about? And you're just, it's dead silent. You could probably drop a pin and hear it. But that's not the worst.
Hey there, Agent.
The the worst was my wife's sister's. She brought she brought her boyfriend home to meet the dad for the first time. And the first thing he says to him is, he says to her dad, "So when's the last time you got laid?" And I was eating, I think, at the time, and I was like almost choking on my food. I was like, uh, we're on the 13th floor, by the way, and you just asked her dad when the last time he got laid was, and that's his daughter that you're with. Not very smart. I said this right to him too. I was like, not very smart. So I want you to go over there and drop a nickel over the balcony and tell me how many seconds it takes to hit the ground and multiply that because you're heavier than that. Yeah. So I can't do this thing because I was under the impression that where my wife was going tonight, they're feeding her, but they're not feeding her, so I got to think about supper. So that means I got to get off here because now I have to use my brain and figure out what we're going to have. Anyways, you're gonna see different videos coming out, and it's not per se. There's going to be these ones, but there's also going to be other games because I have to start acting like a gaming channel now. Because I realize that one game, and this is true, one game is not going to grow your channel. Like, I'm going to say this because I've had enough experience now to know this. Right? There becomes especially when you're, I mean, if I was actually called, this game, this was my channel and it was all about this game, then I wouldn't call myself a gaming channel, right? I would call it, I would say, my name's Division 2 channel or something like that effect. And I realized this a little while back. I was like, what happens when all that's left is, what if Ubisoft decides to kill that game? Not that they would right now, but what if they did? Bye-bye videos, because nobody's going to watch that anymore. You got to think long term. Long term, not just short term. Because a lot of people that make channels and they make videos and they focus on one game, but yet they're called like a gaming channel and they don't actually, they just focus on one game. And then that game either dies or the interest for that game just goes away. And now you're stuck with getting nothing, right? You're nothing, nobody's watching, nothing's happening. All those people, yeah, all those people that tell you, and I'm going to say this because I've watched quite a few of them. I don't think getting views is as hard as they make it out to be. Like, it's not easy, but I don't think it's as hard as they say. Like, a lot of them will say you have to do this and this and this, and I don't think so. As a matter of fact, I can tell you from experience roughly, if you're doing multiple games, if you focus on one game, you'll get momentum in no time. It probably take you about 30 to 35 of that game's videos, and you'll start to pull some traction a little bit. And as you do more and more and more, you'll get more and more traction. It's just like a ball that rolls. If you switch your game up though, you'll still keep that ball rolling in that game. But if you're trying to start a new game, then you got to do the same thing. You got to get 30 to 35 videos of that game out, and then the ball will still. And then you can start. That's what I'm trying to do now is get more balls rolling instead of one. Yeah, what's up? Because I noticed this with my Division 2 content, is it took about 30 to 35 before I really started to see views. I still don't get as many as, those other people, but they've also got a bigger audience than I do. Like a way bigger audience. Like thousands and thousands of more. What's up, money?
I'm living the capitalist dream.
And you also got to remember too that the strategies that those guys, unless they've got a proven strategy, if it's just, you know, it might have worked for them, but it's probably not going to work for you. Because they're usually talking about a totally different niche than what you're doing. Like if you're doing gaming, then, I mean, that's a totally different animal than cooking. Or that's a totally different animal than, all this other stuff they have, like art and stuff. Well, that's okay. I went to the doctor one time, and because I had to get a checkup, and I'm not gonna say it, but it was very awkward. So I didn't know that they do that. Like I didn't know that the physical actually involved, the doctor checking everything. because I, you know, and I had a female doctor, and she said, and my wife was there too, by the way, right? Because she wanted to see what was, I don't know, she was there. There was something more than that. I think it was they did a physical because of something that was just going on. I think it ended up being a blood clot in the end in my kidney, but they had to check everything, right? So they're doing that. My wife's in the room. Female doctor is in the room, and she says to me, "I need you to drop your pants." So I was like, "Okay." I drop my pants. She's like, "No, no, everything." That's where it got awkward. Cause like I'm looking at my wife going, like, should I do that? Like, cause they're, that's my wife, and this is another girl. That's awkward. Money the evening for. What's up, buddy? What was your question, or are you still typing it? I've also come to the conclusion of, how I get those trolls that come in here and they spam all those porn things or whatever. They do it to everybody's channel. But the reason why they target my channel is because it's smaller and I don't have thousands of people watching me, right? So this, the chat goes really fast when there's thousands of people watching you, right? So I have like smaller numbers. So it's easier for them to spam my chat because my chat's not constantly going up and up and up and up, like crazy. But I swear, whoever's doing it, they've got like 100 accounts because I ban one of them and like 10 more come in.
This beats working retail.
I banned 5 more and 15 more come in. Like that's what happened one night. I kept banning them and like more and more and more they just kept coming in like constantly. Oh, Jesus. I would not want that to happen. Why the hell would they do that? Why would they tap it with a glass hammer? Here, let me just, like, ow? It's like, when you get in, like, some pools are really cold, right? We have different equipment than women do. I'm sure it's a little bit similar for them, but a little bit different. At least they have coverage. So when you're getting into the pool as a guy and it's cold, obviously the first place it's going to affect you. As soon as you get your waist in, that's going to affect you. You're going to be like, "Holy shit, that's cold." And my wife's like, "Oh, it's not that bad." I'm like, "Well, you don't have balls." Like, I'm not cold because my legs are cold getting in the water. That's not it. It's the initial shock of something else. I think everybody experiences this. Yeah, every male, anyways. You know exactly what I'm talking about in that cold water. It's not a nice feeling. Somebody open the freezer. I don't think they were meant to get that cold. Uh, oh no, not that stupid TikTok. That stupid character that talks all weird. Let me just see here. I know exactly what I'm going to make, actually. Let me just back out of here for 1 second. Nice. Blippy is your favorite, isn't he? Don't tell me Blippy's not your favorite. I know he is. You know he is. And you know there's more than one Blippy now. There's 2. Well, there might even be 3 now. So, you know the best, I'm going to say this before I go, the best form of birth control is a screaming baby, 6 hours of a screaming baby and Peppa Pig on repeat. There you go. Oh, well, if you ever watch Ben Shapiro, then you'll know my thoughts on that, and I'm not going to get into that, but he says it the right way. If you ever watch Ben Shapiro, if you don't know who it is, go look him up, and actually type that specific topic up, and you'll see how he responds to that. And his response is the same response that I would have. It's totally, you know, it's up to them, whatever they want to do. I'm just going to say this. Don't expect me to call you a female if your biological part is male originally. You know what I mean? Okay? That's all I want to say on that. Ben Shapiro tells it how it is. I like that guy. That guy's really... He shuts that shit down quick. And I'm not saying it's bad. I'm just saying it's because of the way it comes across. Like, the way people are bringing it out differently. Like, he's not meaning to crush their hopes and whatever you want to call it. He's just saying, you know, biologically, there is a difference. If you want to feel that way, that's your opinion. But do not bring it on me and force me to acknowledge you as something different than I knew you from. Baby Shark. Well, there's so many different... Yeah, I hate Baby Shark. I don't know who... I know Pink Fong made it, but I don't know who Pink Fong is, and... I don't know. But I think somebody needs to give Pink Fong a big kick in the face. If you want my honest opinion on that. Pink Fong should never have been allowed to touch a microphone. I have Alexa, and there was one point in time where Alexa would refuse to play Baby Shark. Because when we got it, my daughter said, you know, she said, Alexa, play Baby Shark. And Alexa said, sorry, I can't do that. Hey, 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 no. Alexa, shut up. Oh, God, she heard me. Now she will play it. Now, this was like quite a while back. I think when it was, you know, not really well known. Well, it was just starting to get well known. I forgot that she picks up, like, she's not like Siri. Oh, I better not say that. She's not like that person. You say her name and it doesn't matter. Like, I've tried whispering it and she still hears me. I'll be randomly sitting there one day and I was like, I'm not gonna say it, but I said the name and really, really low. The next thing I know, she's doing what I said. I don't trust these things in a way. Usually when I'm home, I usually unplug it because I don't know what it is about them. The fact that she's listening for me to say her name makes me concerned in a way. But it's just like my watch and my phone, right? Siri is always same thing. It's always listening for you to say, ask it for something. Well, I can tell you one thing right now. When we had my daughter, everything was good. And after we had my son, my daughter started to be hell on wheels. And she said, had she known that my daughter was going to be, or if it would have been the other way around, it would have been, there would have only been one. And I said to her not long ago, because he's starting to be like she is, I said, now there's two. Now there's two hell on wheels. Because he's getting to be, closer to her age. And it might have been my fault. I mean, I was hell on wheels when I was when I was their age. At least that's what I was told. Alright, I'm gonna jump off here. Organize supper. I know it's early to organize supper, but I'm like that, right? I want to get it done. I won't put it in the oven or anything. I'll just get it ready, throw it in the fridge, pull it out, throw it in the pot, the pan, throw it in the oven, because I know what I'm going to make. I can prep it now, put it away. I like to be organized so that when it's time to make something to eat, it's just like psh, in the oven, done. I hate pissing around with that stuff, so I get it out of the way. Sometimes I make supper in the morning. Like I'll have what I know what I'm going to make, and I'll make it in the morning. I'll throw it in the fridge, and then when it's time, it's already ready. Like it's already prepped, and I just have to cook it. I know that's what I should do as my second channel. I should do a cooking channel because I am a chef. But I don't know if I have the time for that. Yeah. Oh, and while I'm at it, I'm going to fill up their pool again. So they can go swimming later. Well, not really swimming. I mean, sitting in the pool, basically. Sort of swimming. More like splashing around. It's just a small pool. Like, it's just a little wading pool type thing. Like, it's nothing big. It's maybe two feet deep. They just like playing in it. As I learnt yesterday, the only thing I have to watch out for is the fact that my daughter doesn't try to drown my son. And I don't mean that like literally. Like she pushed him down and he fell in the water and he was like freaking out. And I was like, oh my god. And I mean, she's got more. How do you say this? She's got more balls than he does. And I'm going to say this straight out because he whines a lot. The simplest things. And like, if he runs into something, he'll start crying like, oh my god, it's so dramatic. I swear to god, I'm going to call him Neymar. If anybody doesn't know who Neymar is, he's a popular soccer player that dramatically pretends he's hurt a lot and to get the ref to call things. I call him that all the time. My son, I call him that because he's so dramatic. Like he just tapped himself the other day and he was whining for like 25 minutes. I was like, oh my god, like you didn't even touch it. Whereas my daughter, she could smack her head dead on, boom, and she'll just keep going. She'll give me that look and then she'll just keep going. I was like, this is not how this is supposed to work. It should be the other way around. It's supposed to be the other way around. Anyways, I'm gonna do what I said there. I gotta stop saying that and just do it. But I will be back later on. So have a good one, guys. And keep your stick on the